All right, this is a brief flute lesson on what I call the Scale-Arpeggio in thirds exercise sheet. We're going to look at three different scales, so if you look at the music either here or over there, we're looking at the scale of B flat, the scale of F, and the scale of E flat. All right, and if you'll just follow along and play along once I played this, I think this will prove to help your technique as well as your tone, and it'll also help you to memorize your scales. All right, because many times in music, the notes will not simply go up scale-wise, they go all over the place. They leap and skip, and that's what the thirds part of this will help. If you look at number one and look at the second and third line, we're playing the first note of the scale, the third note of the scale, the second note of the scale, the fourth note of the scale, and so forth. And with this exercise, you actually go up one note beyond the name of the scale. So your range that's required for this will be B flat up to C above the staff, okay? And then below, when you come down, you'll go one note below the name of the scale, which is A, and that'll be A natural. So we want to make sure that in number one, we're playing B flats and E flats, all right? No A flats, all the A's are natural, okay? So I'm not going to play the scale in the arpeggio because I think you can do that on your own. Just play the scale up and down. You might want to use the all-state version of the scale, as in you might want to practice that for the future, so when you're going out for all-state, you'll have that that rhythm pattern down. But for now, just playing in quarter notes. So let's look at the second line and the third line. And I'm going to play this, excuse me, I'm going to play this very slowly, and you can follow along. Let me get some glasses here so I can actually see this. So we're on the second line and the third line. So we're going to play. Okay, so that's called the B flat thirds. We're going up in thirds. That's the interval between the two notes. Every two notes, there's the third. And then coming down, same thing, except we're going backwards. So don't make the mistake that many young players do and play that last measure like this. That is an A natural. So we're simply going to go from middle finger of the left hand and add the first finger of the left hand to play A. So we've got, all right. So if we play the entire first exercise, we'll play the scale and the arpeggio. And then the thirds. All right, and remember, keep that chin up. All right, if you've got a stand at home that you're practicing on, or at school, wherever you're going to practice, don't have the stand so far down that your chin is down, looking down at the music, because that's not going to help with tone, that's not going to help with your range. So keep that chin up as you play. So it's better to have the stand about right here, so you're looking straight ahead, and you keep that chin up as you play. And that goes for all of the instruments. It restricts the airways, okay? So you need to make sure that you're getting lots of air into the flute. Young flute players have a tendency to play that upper B flat too low, an octave too low, because they're blowing down into the hole too much. You've got to blow across. You've got to get your embouchure just right, and you want to make sure that you are playing with fast air. Okay? The flute, as with all the other wind instruments, requires a lot of air to play, all right? So don't just whisper into the flute. When you play in the extreme low register, you're going to play with a little less with lots of air support, but not as much volume of air. Okay, so take this and learn this for number one. That's going to be the easiest one, the key of B flat, in my opinion. And then go on and learn number two, and go on and learn number three. And eventually you can do this exercise in all 12 keys, all right? And then when you get a little more advanced, by all means, learn these 2 octaves, all right? And I may come back and do another video for number 2 and number 3 on this sheet, as well as some other scales that are common in the band world, and perhaps 2 octaves, all right? So that you learn all of the fingerings and all of the possibilities from the lowest C on up to real high. All right, so practice this and keep on playing your flute and enjoying learning music. Stay tuned.